everybody, this is Dr. Dain. Welcome to this installment of the Tour of Consciousness. What a great pleasure it is to be with you. Here it is a few days before Christmas, or maybe on Christmas Day, I don't know when you'll get this, 2015. And I'm going to do something that I think I've only ever done once before on a Tour of Consciousness. And I'm going to try to give you a bit of a, how do you get yourself out of the holiday funk? You know how it is sometimes you're there, you're around all kinds of family, all kinds of new people, all kinds of stuff is going on. It's frenetic, it's frantic, and you just bust a gasket where it's like, I want to get out of here, please. I know it's supposed to be happy holiday time, but it sucks. Let me out. You know what I'm talking about? And then right after that, you go into, I'm cranky. Somebody please do something to help me. Or please give me a Bloody Mary. Please give me a margarita. Please give me a Bloody Mary and a margarita. Anyway, I think you know what I'm talking about, right? So, well, that just occurred for me last night. And I was sort of sitting with that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to, here's what I would do for myself. And we'll see how this goes, okay? And just while thinking about what I'm going to do for myself, I'm already lightening up. And getting to talk to you guys, I'm already lightening up. So I hope you are too. The way this works is if you can change the energy of just even the tiniest thing so you can see a glimpse of your reality again, you can change everything. As soon as you get back to your reality, what's actually true for you, all of a sudden you'll get lighter. And that will be the little seed that needs to sprout into you actually being able to be around your family, be around anybody, and be happy. Number one, the first thing you want to have, and I have an entire playlist on YouTube about this, is who does this belong to? What's that about? Well, 98% of the stuff that goes on in here, all the thoughts, the feelings, the judgments, the insecurities, the unhappinesses, the sense that you're not doing enough or being enough, that you're not good enough, the sense that you're wrong, 98% of that isn't actually yours. And what happens is when you're around a lot of people, especially people you're close to, you pick it up really dynamically, more than you do around people, mostly, more than you do around people that you don't know, because you've already sort of laid down the tracks for having that sort of stuff in your life, for believing it's yours, because you grew up around these people. And so when they go into their same sense of wrongness, or their same sense of being mean to somebody else, or their same sense of, oh, we don't have enough money, or we can't be happy, or all of that, it keys in your entire childhood of everything that's gone on. Whew, boy, that's really wonderful, isn't it? Oh, yay, you wonder why holiday time is so strange? So the first thing you want to realize, who does this belong to? And you want to ask that. You want to ask two things. You want to go, who does this belong to? And if what you're going through lightens up at all, even a sliver, it's not yours, okay? And then you go, okay, so everything I did to buy this is mine. I now destroy and uncreate it and return it to sender, okay? And then you can use the clearing statement, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and bock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Now, you're all part of the Tour of Consciousness, so I know you know the clearing statement, so I'm going to use it because it's an integral part of changing a lot of these things. Next thing you want to do is this process, because the weird thing that happens for us is when we go into an upset of some sort, we kind of, it's like, you notice how it starts and it feels like, you know, let's say you're carrying a backpack and one pebble drops in and you're like, oh, I can handle that. And then another one, and another one, and another one, and before you know it, you feel really weighed down. Well, part of what happens is when you perceive an upset like that, what we do is we then go to create an upset to match the upset that we perceive so that we can be as upset as we've decided that we have to be. What? What? You want that in English one more time? So what is the upset that you're inventing to match the upset you perceive so you can be as upset as you've decided you must be? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Because what happens when there's an energy of upset around you, what you've learned to do, if I had another hand, if I weren't holding my iPhone doing this, by the way, sorry about the shaking. I know, it's crazy. Sorry about the shaking. But you try holding an iPhone this long. Anyway, out at the end, you know, where you're stretched out. I'm developing large shoulder muscles from this. Anyway, what happens is, so when you have this vibration out here, all of a sudden you over here go, oh, I must vibrate like that because you perceive it and nobody's ever told you it's not yours. So now you start inventing upsets in order to match that vibration of upset. Let me give you a much simpler process to use. What invention are you using to create the upset you were choosing? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. If you're upset at all, ever, run this. And it can be before or after, who does this belong to? It doesn't have to include who does this belong to. If you're ever upset, run this and run it for 100 times and see what changes. Because you don't think it's going to change. You know, you run it a few times, you're like, oh, shut up, it's real. Ah. But after you run it 100 times without thinking about it, you're going to go, oh my God, I'm not upset anymore. I don't know what happened, but I'm not upset and I want to be happy. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Interesting point of view. I have this point of view. Okay. Whatever is going on, you want to take a few moments, feel your feet on the floor, put your hand on your tummy, breathe in, feel your hand on your tummy, feel your tummy on your hand, feel your feet on the floor, breathe in and go, okay, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view, until you no longer have a point of view. If you'll do that, in addition to the other two things I mentioned, even if you don't believe it, see, don't think about how it's going to work. Just do it. See how it works. It's a tool. Use it. It's like you don't know how a drill works. You know what I mean? You don't know the inner workings of a drill. You couldn't friggin' build one if you had to, but you'll use the darn thing to use. You see what I'm saying? Use the darn thing. You don't know the inner workings of this. You don't have to. Okay, there. I said my thing. Now, the other thing you want to recognize is one of the things that occurs when you're around people that you've been around before, times when you had problems, or, well, let's put it this way, okay? Most of us, when we were growing up, we were way too much for everybody. And the difficulty with that is that because we were way too much, we learned to turn ourselves down so we were not scary to other people. Okay, now, geez, you would think I had something to drink today. I haven't. I had coconut water. It was really good, but that's it. Anyway, I'm back. Okay, so the thing is, if you do that, when you've been around people and you've learned to turn yourself down, that becomes your default mode. So now every time you're around them, guess what you do? You turn yourself down. And you feel like nothing is working for you, nothing is happy, nothing is as energetic as it could be, and you feel like you're somehow like bad and wrong, or somehow just you have no energy and you get really tired. You know why? It's because you're going back to doing that same level of turn down that you used to do before. So if you were a little kid and you functioned at an energetic level of 20 and your family functioned at about a 2, and you learned that, hey, anytime I'm more than a 2, these people get upset, so every time I'm around them, I'm going to function as a 2, guess what? You go back to functioning as a 2. So how much energy have you been using against you so you can entrain to and fit in with the people around you this holiday season? Everything that is times a gazillion. Will you just run and create it, please? Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Once again, how much energy have you been using against you? And it's your energy that you're using against you. This is what you got to get, because this is how you set yourself free, because when you recognize it's your energy that you're using against you, then you can change it. And you're like, why would I do this, use energy against me to keep myself small? Forget that. I'm going to wake up, I'm going to use it for me, and I'm going to be secretly happy. So how much energy have you been using against you so you can entrain to and feel like and seem like the people you're hanging out with this holiday season? Everything that is times a gazillion. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shirts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, I'm going to do some rapid fire processing really quick here, okay? So how much energy do you have available that you've never acknowledged, that if you acknowledge it would set you free and set your happy free? Everything that doesn't allow it times a gazillion, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shirts, boys, and beyonds. How much happiness do you have that nobody else around you has, that if you allowed yourself to have it, would make you so friggin' happy you'd be off the friggin' charts and nobody would know what to do with you and you wouldn't even care? It doesn't get any better than that. Okay, everything that doesn't allow that times a gazillion, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Somebody must have recharged my batteries. Oh my God. And this is from, I was cranky before making this video. I just wanted to jump in the pool and not come out. I was like, everybody go away. I just want to walk off the cliff. I'm out of here. So apparently these things can be changed rather quickly. Now, hopefully this energy is getting to you, because if you were in the mood I was in earlier, I could watch it, and I'm hoping this energy is contributing to you and actually changing it for you if you're there at all. Okay. So how much fun can you have, and how much joy do you have in your world that you've been cutting off ever since you were a little kid because you thought you were the only one? You're not the only one. I'm there too. Hi! You're not the only one. Okay, Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy it and create it, please? And be willing to claim on and acknowledge you're not the only one. There are some of us out there that actually like that. So here's the next thing, is what vibrations have you entrained to that you think are you that are not? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyond. What vibrations have you entrained to that you think are you that are not? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And how much capacity do you have to be the leader in your family and with the people you're hanging out with that you've never acknowledged? Thus, turning yourself into a follower. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what leader are you refusing to be that you truly could be choosing to be, that if you would choose it would change everything for the greater for you and everybody around you? Everything that doesn't allow that times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. And what leader are you refusing to be that you truly could be choosing to be, that if you would choose it, would make everything greater and happier and more joyful and lighter and more fun and more expansive and just crazy off the charts yummy for you and everybody you're around, if you didn't refuse it? Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. So you got to get, guys, this is your time to step into actually being a leader for a different possibility for everybody around you. Okay, last thing, probably. Where did you decide, and how many times did you decide that holiday time was a sad time and a depressed time? A lot of us had families who went into financial duress and stress during the holidays. While they put on a happy face and it was supposed to be one of the happy times, it was like right after that, everybody got depressed. How much are you waiting for the other shoe to drop, for everybody to get depressed after the holidays? So you're getting depressed before the holidays so you can handle the depression that will have to happen after the holidays, because that's what people used to do when you were a kid. Everything that is times a godzillion. Will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. I'm alive again. Thank you very much. Talking to you brought me to life. See that thing if you contribute to somebody else? Here's the thing that I've noticed, right? Have you ever noticed that when you're in a funk and your head is buried up your butt, or, in the sand, wherever your head happens to be at the time, you know what I'm talking about though, right? Have you ever noticed that when you do that, that what ends up happening is your stuff goes away? Your crap seems to disappear when you go to help somebody else or contribute to somebody else. Well, if it goes away that fast, how real was it in the first place? But I want to point that out because that's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, is actually contributing to somebody else. And I'm living proof of that right now in these few minutes with you. Okay. Yeah, okay. This tool works for everybody you're around, but it also works for the holidays like Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is you're celebrating, okay? What you want to do, I'm going to ask you to do this. Destroy and uncreate your relationship with the holidays right now. Why? Well, because the relationship you've built up with something is all of the yeses and nos, the judgments, the this is possible, this isn't possible. So everything your relationship with the holidays is, was, or has been, even the good stuff, so it can get better, will you destroy and create it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Okay, so when you do that, what ends up happening is now you start to have some freedom. Now, if you would do that with every relationship you have in your life that's really close to you, and if you do it every day, I now destroy and uncreate everything our relationship was yesterday and all the projections, expectations of it in the future. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine, shorts, boys, and beyonds. You'd be on create every day of your life, and that's where you want to be. It's not that you get rid of the thing or the person, it's that you get rid of the crap from the past so you can create starting today. What would be possible today if you were willing to create the holidays rather than suffer the holidays? That's two of my last questions for you. What will be possible today? And because my arm is shaking so much, can you see it? It's like, thank God, I think there's image stabilization on the iPhone. Okay, what would be possible today if you would destroy and uncreate your relationship with the holidays? And what would be possible to create that maybe has never been possible before? My beautiful friends, I adore you. I am so grateful you are on the planet. So grateful you are a source and a contribution to something different and greater for people. Please know that. Please know I see you. Please know I'm as weird as you are. Maybe weirder. Whew. Okay, so, you think you're weird. Ha 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 ha. Oh, barely. Okay, talk to me for a while. Anyway, realize it's okay to be that weird. It's okay to be that strange. You are not alone. Okay, use some of these tools, whatever ones seem to apply, or all of them, and have the best damn holiday season so far. I adore you. I am so grateful for your presence on this planet. It's because of you I know we have a chance to create something totally different here. Thank you for being part of the Tour of Consciousness. What if you, truly being you, are the gift, the change, and the possibility this world requires? And if this has helped you, maybe forward it on to your friends, like it on YouTube, because that's the way the rest of the world starts hearing about it. And, what if the Tour of Consciousness is a free video series that literally changes your life for the greater? I adore you guys. I look forward to next time. Have a very happy holiday. Bye-bye.